So the moment has come. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of speculation, as you're well aware. It's the new product from OnePlus. Whole new name, whole new product. OnePlus Nord, getting back to the roots, getting back to the budget value mindset in the form of a new product. This is an early unboxing the time that I'm filming this. You should be aware. So there's still some questions for me, but I think I'm gonna get all my answers inside of this box. Now, before I do get inside here, I want to remind you of the giveaway, which was the previous video that came up. I actually have, look at this, I have like 8 of these things to give away to you guys, so go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet for your chance to win one of these for yourself. But yes, this is the unboxing experience. Meet the OnePlus Nord, a smartphone with the smooth experience, powerful cameras, and exceptional quality you'd expect from us. Pretty much everything you could ask for, all within a couple of boxes, or 4 actually, within a bigger box. So 5 boxes. How about the box poetry there? Or riddle, it might be. All right, so I think we grab right here. I believe this entire piece comes off. Yes, it does. Now keep in mind, this is not the retail package. This is a special version of the package. Because they've included the first-party accessories, of course. So we do have some cases over here on the side, as well as the retail version of the device. All right, so the cases, this looks like a black sandstone bumper case. Pretty simple stuff. They've also got a blue sandstone bumper case. Is it sandstone? Also sandstone, and then a pretty straightforward clear bumper case. And of course, if you want to go for something different, something thin, there will be a later case for the OnePlus Nord as well, and you can pre-order it right now. I'll link it in the description. Here's what it looks like on the OnePlus 8 Pro that I'm using currently. All right, so this is a gray onyx, 256 gigs of storage and 12 gigs of RAM in a budget-minded value device. This has the Snapdragon 700 series chip in it, but OnePlus says there's all kinds of software optimizations to make it feel incredibly smooth, to go along with the 90 hertz display that also happens to be in here. You guys know, you've heard in the past, I'm a big fan of faster refresh rates, and that popping up in the budget-minded devices as well. Okay. Woo! Now, this has unveiled this teal color. I don't know if this is going to be a kind of theme color for the Nord brand going forward, but they have leaned on this color in a lot of the material they put out on the Instagram page and all the rest of it. So maybe going forward, that's the theme color. This way, Nord. So we have the indication right away of the in-display fingerprint scanner in this location here. Flip this around, and we don't learn too much else. Let's look at the other items inside the package. We have some paperwork. Oh, and a case to actually get you started in there as well. There's a welcome letter. Dear friend, today when a new phone hits the market, we often ask, what are the specs? But then we would be asking the wrong question, because if the experience is smooth, if the camera is powerful, and the quality is exceptional, if everything works just the way we expect, do the specs really matter? OnePlus Nord brings new focus and refinement to the essentials of the modern smartphone. So there's your team, and what they're basically saying is, hey, we feel like we put a package together here that you're going to be satisfied with, and maybe it's not all about specs. And well, obviously they have the other products in the lineup as well, in the form of the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro. Whatever set of specs you're looking for, they have something for you now, but this is certainly a return to the roots from a price to performance kind of perspective. So yes, there's a clear case, kind of a standard clear case also inside the package. We can do a quick comparison to the more premium clear case over here. So there you can see the 2 options. This one will get you started, give you a little bit of protection on the device if that's what you're looking for, and then this steps it up a little bit. This is a slightly harder material. Also inside the package, you have the OnePlus charge cable. This is your standard red and white style that they've been using for a while. Type C on one side, Type A on the other. And this, of course, pairs to a fast charge power brick, or as OnePlus calls it, warp charge. This is the Warp Charge 30 watt fast charge capable. All right, Warp Charge 30T, smart and fast. It will recharge the 41 milliamp hour battery that's inside of the OnePlus Nord to 70% in half an hour. So that's the spec that they want to share. Okay, let's remove the wrap. So there it is, the OnePlus Nord. It's kind of crazy to see it in real life because I've been talking about this thing and the leaks and the rumors and just covering it a lot, especially on the Lou Later channel. And now it's here. It's a real thing and it exists. And of course, I've heard a little bit about the inspiration behind this device and wanting to tie it in with the various other OnePlus devices. I think it fits. It definitely says OnePlus right away when you look at it. This is a kind of gray metallic finish that they're using on the back. You see the vertical camera design, which reveals a number of camera modules as well as a flash beside it. The edges are actually more curved than on the 8 Pro that I'm currently using. You have the power switch in this location, as well as the OnePlus slider, alert slider that, this has been a signature of the devices for a really long time. I use this every day, to be honest. It has a nice texture to it, and it's easy to discern from the power switch if you reach into your pocket without looking. The volume rocker is over here on the other side. The bottom of the device, you have your SIM card tray as well as your Type C connector, and that looks like the speaker grill beside that. And the other unique characteristic of this phone is the front-facing camera setup, because there are 2 front-facing cameras, including a wide. We're not seeing this all that frequently anymore, so for the selfie takers or the group shot takers, you're gonna have a little bit more play, a little bit more versatility with the 2 camera modules in this kind of pill cutout. All right, so I've got the device booted up, and honestly, the thing that hits you straight away with these OnePlus devices is just how Google-ish they are from an operating system perspective. So yes, there are various optimizations that go into it through the Oxygen OS mods that take place, but not in such a fashion that completely overhauls or overwhelms the user experience. And that's something that I like. In fact, on this particular unit, they just went ahead and put Google Messages in there and some other native Google apps that don't even exist on the other OnePlus devices. So that's a welcome addition as far as I'm concerned. I'm always looking for something close to that vanilla Google experience. And then if the enhancements that a manufacturer does don't modify that too much, but just actually add to it, then that's a bonus. So as mentioned, this is a 90 Hertz display, so it's got a fairly rapid refresh rate. And if you head in here, you have a couple of different settings here. You can actually toggle it back to 60 Hertz if you want to save some battery life instead of the ultra smooth movement. But myself, of course, I'll keep it at 90 Hertz. There's some other screen calibration options for how you want colors to be represented. Of course, you can put this into dark mode. It has a couple of different ways to unlock the device. Of course, there's the inbuilt fingerprint scanner. I've registered my thumbprint, so that works kind of as expected. But it also has face unlock, which I've been a fan of in the past, so maybe I should go ahead and register it, because my kind of optimal unlock experience is the versatility of both. Sometimes I'll use face, sometimes I'll use thumbprint, depending on the circumstance. So let's go ahead and set up the face unlock and see if it's as fast as it's been in the past. I look at it, no thought necessary, hit the button, fast unlock. I'm just a fan of that. Now, like I said, sometimes the thumbprint is more convenient, so having both or the versatility, that's my choice when available. Now, OnePlus gives you a few more customization settings around clock style, wallpapers, fingerprints, but also system customization for your accent color and your system icons. I can change the accent color to red. just like that. I can change the system icons from round to square to teardrop. This is not an incredibly major thing. You can go in with your own launcher and do this fairly easily, but it's nice to see the manufacturer give you some customization options right within the OS. Again, without being overbearing and attempting to change the look of Android altogether. Another interesting thing is OnePlus's decision to do the dual front-facing camera setup for the selfie cameras. And so I'm curious about the focal length of each of those. So I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it around here. Maybe Kirk can get a better look of that. There's Kirk, you got that? So this is your typical focal length, which is actually pretty wide to begin with. I mean, that's a pretty wide shot there, but you can go even wider. That's a crazy wide shot. That's a group shot. That's, well, I mean, we could fit 10 people in there, Kirk. You get the whole Unbox Therapy crew and all the dogs, and even Vin. Where's Vin? There he is over there. Just finished a slice of pizza. He's not happy about that. Now on the rear, by comparison, we've got 3 camera units, and one of them is also a macro lens. This is something we're fairly used to at this point. We can go from your typical 1x shot to a fairly wide, ultra wide, and then also a zoom factor as well. So versatility in the camera department, that's what you're looking for really at any price point. So as far as the screen is concerned, I know a few people are going to be interested in what this hole punch, this notch is going to look like when you zoom into a video. And so that's what you're working with. I've mentioned this in the past, but if you're going to have some sort of a cutout, whether it's for a single camera or in this case a dual camera, sticking it in the corner rather than the center gets it more out of the way for video content. So even though you don't have the symmetrical design, you end up kind of pushing it down into a less important screen section for video consumption. As far as the resolution of this display is concerned, yes, it is an AMOLED display, and it's coming in at 2400 by 1080. All right, so that's your unboxing of the brand new OnePlus Nord. I can't go in depth at the moment. In fact, I can't show camera samples and various other things because we are super early right now at the point of this unboxing video. However, I'm likely going to put my SIM card in here and use it over the coming weeks. So if you have questions about it, you can hit me up on social media, on Twitter, or in the comments section here, and I'll attempt to get to the bottom of it over the next couple weeks. But it's nice to see OnePlus making a move back towards its roots a little bit in the form of the Nord product. I think this is going to make a lot of people happy. When the 8 and 8 Pro launched, there were some questions about the future of OnePlus and where the attention was being placed. And a number of people were hoping that there was some kind of value play in the future. That future exists now in the form of the OnePlus Nord. The device is going to be available in 2 colors, blue marble and gray onyx, which is the device that I've got in front of me here. It's running Oxygen OS 10.5, which is of course based on Android 10. It's got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765 5G processor with an Adreno 620. It's available in 2 different configurations for RAM, either 8 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes, and storage options are 128 or 256. The battery is 4100 milliamp hours, capable of recharging to 70% in half an hour over Warp Charge 30 watt fast charging. The display is 6.44 inches at 2400 by 1080 pixels for an effective PPI of 408. Supports a refresh rate of 90 Hertz, and of course it's also an AMOLED panel. The main camera sensor is the Sony IMX586 with 48 megapixels and an f1.75 aperture. The OnePlus Nord is capable of shooting 4K video up to 30 frames per second, or it can shoot super slow-mo 1080p up to 240 frames. And remember, you have a chance to win one of these. I have 8 OnePlus Nord units that are looking for a new home. Go check out the giveaway video. I'll link it in the description of this video. It's pretty simple to enter, and yeah, you can have a chance to win one of these for yourself.